When rail was king, the work never stopped, not even for religion, so the church took to the trains. And railway chaplains have been around ever since. We've been to spend a day with the flying vicar, Reverend Richard Cook.
Well, I once was lost in sin, but Jesus took me in, and just a little light from heaven filled my soul.
Another busy day on the West Coast Main Line. Among the passengers is a man with a very special mission.
Jesus makes it right.
What exactly is a railway pastor?
The logo for the railway mission is meeting people, meeting needs, and literally that's it. We're there for whatever the railway personnel or members of the public need on any given day.
But you're no stranger to the railways, are you?
This is my 31st year around the railways. I started as what were then known as porters, and then I became a leading railman to give it its official title. Then I went on to the ticket barriers, became a shunter, and then 98% of my career was spent as a guard.
The years Richard spent on the railways means he can empathise with the pressure staff are under. The work carried out in Preston Signal Box really is a matter of life and death.
All right, Richard.
Morning, my friends. So, how's life in the fast lane?
Well, it's not too bad at the moment. Everything's working this morning. No delay.
Have you got your holidays planned for this year?
Well, not yet, no, because the wife needs a bit of an operation, so once that's out of the way, then we can sort something out.
No, we'll certainly pray for you on that one, that's for sure.
Not too serious, I think. It's just something to do with the foot, so it's not a big problem, hopefully. This sort of job can be quite stressful. Some people find it easier than others, and everybody copes with stress a different way. So he's there for people that need his help. Perhaps he might have problems at home that could affect their ability to do the work. He's there for that.
How useful do you think it is that he's an ex-railway man himself?
Oh, that's very useful, because I remember him when he was on the trains as a guard. So, of course, he knows the sort of things that you've got to put up with.
There were times where you would growl at the signalman because you were kept waiting at a signal, but you only saw that one part of the picture where he sees the full picture. It's helped me to see more of the problems, more of the stresses. Yeah, but it's still busy enough.
It certainly is.
Still busy enough.
25-mile-an-hour trains. It's
yeah.
You've got to be on the ball. So.
You certainly have. Well,
Tell me how you found religion in the first place.
In 1985, I went with my wife to Anfield to a Billy Graham meeting. I didn't really even know who Billy Graham was, to be truthful. I went with the wife to keep her happy. But the spirit moved, and I found myself agreeing with a lot of what he said.
Jesus, the Bible says, and he was converted, accepted Christ, and was baptized, and he went on his way rejoicing.
Billy Graham actually talked of people being led to Christ, and he invited people to go down onto the pitch. If you'd said to me, I will go down onto something like that, I would have said, no way. But I found myself going.
What effect did it have on you?
Changed my life.
Following the meeting, Richard studied theology and then applied for the post of railway chaplain.
There was a massive pay cut, 60% at the time, but it's a question of faith. We went by the thing that God will supply all our needs, and that has been the case.
Waiting for the train to come in, waiting for my man to come home. I'm waiting in the depot by the railroad track, looking for the choo-choo train that brings him back. I'm waiting for my life to begin, waiting for the train to come in.
Richard is also chaplain to the British Transport Police and regularly calls into their offices.
Morning, gentlemen.
Richard, how are you?
I'm fine.
Long time no see.
And you too? And how are you?
All right, yourself. So what brings you here today then?
Well, just to see how things are going on with you guys.
Yeah, not too bad at the moment. Everything's running smoothly. Everyone's happy so far.
So how's things on the staffing level then?
Everything's fine at the moment. We had obviously a drugs operation last week.
Yeah.
At Blackpool, which went very well.
Oh yeah, of course.
Sometimes it's important, isn't it, to talk to somebody who's not a colleague?
Yes, it is. For example, if you get a fatality that happens within our area, Richard's on the phone within an hour of that incident. He gets flagged up with himself, and he's ringing me up and asking me, offering his support straight away, and then talking through it when he does come back to the officers. So then I brief it out to the officers that Richard is there. If you want to talk to him, you can go and have a quick chat with him. So yeah, he's always there if we need him.
The busy Friday night commute from London to Glasgow turned to chaos and fear. A number of people were trapped in the darkness for several hours.
The situation this morning is we have one fatality and there were 22 people who were injured.
This train crash at Greyrig in Cumbria 2 years ago found Richard facing his toughest test yet.
I turned a corner and saw the train in bits. And at that point, I actually stood and thought, you say you're a chaplain, tonight you may be holding the hand of somebody who may die. At one stage, a group of Network Rail people asked me to pray with them because we were stood looking at the train led on its side.
Jesus is on the main line. Tell him what you want. Jesus is on
Richard's parish covers the whole of the northwest, so there's plenty of opportunity to sit and contemplate.
Tell him what you want. Jesus is on the main line.
Now, your patch does cover some very beautiful parts of the northwest, doesn't it?
Absolutely idyllic, as here we are in Oxnome overlooking the beautiful Kendall Valley.
This station's very special to you, isn't it?
I had the privilege at this station of dedicating a garden to a dear old friend and former work colleague of mine, a chap called Andrew Salisbury, who passed away in his early 40s, and the staff and Virgin Trains together made this garden. The staff contributed to the seat which is in here, and it's here for people to sit and enjoy the beauties as the majesty of the Lake District unfolds.
Richard's job has plenty of variety and plenty of challenges, but most importantly, it's one which he feels is making a difference.
I'm doing something I love. I'm privileged to be here with people I care a lot about, and whilesoever God's content to leave me here I'll serve.
Well, that's it for this week. Don't forget you can watch again on the BBC iPlayer. We'll see you again next Wednesday, 7:30 on BBC One. See you then. Bye-bye.